The interjection is perhaps the easiest part of speech to learn, and an interjection is simply an expression of emotion. And the word interjection goes back to Latin, and it means to throw between, which is important because it tells you that an interjection is not really connected to the syntax of the rest of the sentence. It's just kind of sitting by itself. Now, as you can see here, we have a bunch of examples of interjections, words like alas, ouch, bye, hurrah, and in our two sentences we have two more, oh and sorry. So these expressions of emotion, as you can see, they don't really relate all that closely, and they can be punctuated in different ways. In this case, we have commas, but if we really wanted to strengthen our expression of emotion, we could add an exclamation mark. We could say, ouch, right? Add an exclamation mark and start a new sentence. We could also put one in the middle of a sentence, perhaps surrounded by hyphens like this, so amen, and keep our sentence going, or sometimes commas. As you can see, there are different ways to punctuate the interjection. But the common refrain here is that the interjection is not closely connected to the grammar of the sentence. How do you diagram these then? Well, let's start with oh, I did not know. And the interjection basically goes on its own line. Okay, so we could say, oh, I did know. There we go. And then we add the adverb here, did not know. And as you can see, we've pretty much put the interjection on its own line above everything else. If you had a whole bunch of interjections, you would just put them one after the other, each on its own line. Let's have one more example here, our second sentence. So again, sorry goes on its own line, and then we have the rest. I need, okay, and we're going to modify this with really, and then we have our direct object, so break, and we have the article there we are. That's how you deal with interjections. Just know that they are expressions of emotion. There are not too many of them. They're a separate part of speech, and you diagram them separately as well.